Previously on Watch This Reviews channel, WTR reviewed the Imaginext DC Super Friends Mr. Freeze and Penguin, and he thought they were cool, but he wasn't going to pick up any of the other stuff just because, well, he didn't find them as impressive. However, they got marked down from $4 to $2, and that basically dissolved any resistance, so without further ado, we're going to have a look at the Imaginext DC Super Friends Two-Face, which actually I was going to pick up anyway. The Batman, which didn't like so much, and the Joker, who looks more like Ronald McDonald than the Joker. So hold on and let's get these open. And here we have a mostly villainous lineup. Now, noticeably absent from our Rogues gallery here is the Riddler, who for whatever reason did not receive a Target exclusive repack. However, he happens to be the only villain, I believe, to have received two different Imaginext figures. That would be the version with a derby, which was packaged in the traditional $6 or $7 configuration. Then there's also a Toys R Us exclusive car version that comes with the jumpsuited Riddler, which doesn't have a hat. As much as I like the Riddler, neither one really looks fantastic, so I probably will just give it a pass. Or, I might end up buying it anyway. I'm not sure which version though, if at all. But first up, let's have a look at the Joker. Now recently they released a big playset, the Joker's Funhouse, which looked really cool and stuff. I think it was like $25. I was half debating on picking that up, but it's just a little bit tough to store. Now that would have come with a Joker and I believe one other figure, but seeing I have a Joker here, that's kind of not as necessary anymore. For those of you interested in this character, you have to be really careful picking him out just because they screwed up the lining for the lipstick or whatever, a lot of them, so it kind of goes into the mouth area and then down to the chin. Yeah, it's a terrible quality assurance. But as you can see, it's a kind of cutish figure. I mean, it's not as dramatic as some of the other ones and doesn't have as distinctive a look, so it doesn't impress me as much. His accessory is this weird prop thingy, just like this claw with a mask. I don't know what the hell this is. And I can't make a guess. I mean, from the tank I would have assumed like a gas pack or something for Joker gas, but what the hell's the deal with the claw? And there's no gas canister for the output, so no idea. Other than that, kind of decent. Not too impressed. Now, Two-Face over here I really like, but my one complaint I would have is, where the hell are his guns? No pistols, no Tommy gun? I mean, what's up with that? Oh right, it's a children's line, so the best we'll see is a freeze gun. Kind of sucks, but, other than that, this is a really cute figure. I mean, it sort of captures the character pretty well. I mean, it definitely is a lot better looking than the Joker over there, and, I think it's one of my favorites from the set. You will notice that he's got more of a purplish face here instead of, like, either a red or a green or whatever. Kind of a cool choice. I mean, I don't know why they decided to opt for this. I don't know, maybe they thought it wouldn't mess with children's heads as much, but I mean, typically including a guy who had acid thrown on his face is going to probably scar maybe one young child or two for life, but I guess a lot of parents don't explain why he's called Two-Face or his origin story. Now he comes with a coin and this little, I don't know if it flips it or something, but I think it's just a stand, but it looks like it can also do something else. I don't know. On one side we have the Harvey Dent with the 2009 at the bottom. Other side we have Harvey Dent Two-Face. Interestingly enough, both sides refer to him as Harvey Dent rather than Two-Face. The thing itself here has the little dichotomy between the normal face and the Two-Face. You can sort of break that up, so that's a kind of cool accessory. I mean, it does make up for the fact that we have no guns. And finally, we have Batman, who I was least enthusiastic about. Now, there are several different versions of this character available depending on the configuration you get. I mean, some of the vehicle packs will have special, like, winter costumes and stuff. I don't know if his head doesn't... I think it's just his head doesn't actually move, but... this version's, just the traditional gray and black, so... I don't quite care for the face. I mean, the eyes and stuff are nice, but then when it gets down to the chin, it looks kind of hokey. Plus, you'll notice you'll often have bleed for the face paint onto the mask, which looks a little bit funky. Oh no, it's not really bad or anything, but it's just one I didn't get as excited about. He also has a cloth cape, which not too fond of, but hey, whatever. Comes with two bright red batarangs, which are hilariously missized. I don't know how he'd even throw these or even hold these, but let's give it a quick try. I guess it's just so children don't end up accidentally like swallowing these or anything, but I know it's pretty lame. There we go. So he can kind of hold his big old batarang. Wonder where he fits that in the utility belt. He also comes with this weird sort of staff thing. I don't know what this is. If anybody can tell me what this is or what this is supposed to be, feel free. But he can hold it. I imagine that they might have used this in lieu of like a grappling gun or something so he can hook himself to the sides of things, but I don't know. So yeah, not as cool. Before I forget, here's a quick run through of potential production errors you might encounter. The Batman will occasionally have bleed between the face and cowl, in addition to between the belt and body. The Two-Face's eyes are a big problem area. Sometimes the pupils will be off-sized or out of place, so it'll look kind of lazy-eyed. In addition, the tie and shirt might have bleed between the two colors. Joker's big problem, again, is sometimes just the lips are completely off, like it'll be into the mouth area, and the bottom part of the lip will be on the chin or something. Penguin, who I previously discussed, I mean, the white from the gloves and stuff will pop up on the jacket or over here, or even worse in the crotch area. So, I mean, these are children's toys here. I mean, you have to watch out for those kinds of production errors. And, Mr. Freeze, I don't recall seeing that many production errors, but I believe some of them had something to do with the glasses. Now, perhaps my biggest disappointment about this line is that we never got a Scarecrow, and, Catwoman would have also been nice, but there are several characters I would have loved to see also portrayed here. Now, they did do some other heroes, but they never did any other villains. They had a Superman with a Crypto and something else, but I saw that one in stores once, and, like, the eyes were, like, really dilated. He looked like Gollum or whatever from Lord of the Rings. And then, of course, there was a Green Lantern, which I would have liked to pick up, and Aquaman, I believe, that was also in the series, but again, no villains, which would have been really nice. If you can still find these in stores, I would say these are definitely worth at least taking a look at. I mean, I really like this line, and, I do like the character designs for some of these, like the Penguin here I think is adorable. This is also a really neat Two-Face. Mr. Freeze about the Batman or the Joker. But until next time, folks.